Captain Whiskers, a brave cat captain, sailed his ship across the big blue ocean. Suddenly, a young explorer named Liam zoomed onto the deck, goggles pushed up, eager for adventure. "Ahoy, Liam!" meowed Captain Whiskers. "Ready for a grand quest?" Liam nodded, his eyes sparkling. "Always ready, Captain." Captain Whiskers unfurled a rolled-up map showing a shimmering secret deep underwater. "We'll find the legendary sunken sparkle, a treasure of pure joy," he declared. First, they needed special goggles to see clearly underwater. Liam found two perfect pairs, one for him and one for the captain. Next, they packed yummy snacks for their long journey. The ship sailed smoothly, cutting through the gentle waves. Dolphins leaped and danced beside their ship, guiding the way. They spotted a giant friendly whale blowing rainbows from its spout. Captain Whiskers steered the ship through a bubbly, shimmering sea. Liam used his telescope to scan the horizon for clues. He found a floating message in a bottle. The message was a riddle about a coral castle. "To the coral castle we go," exclaimed Captain Whiskers. They put on their special diving gear and prepared to jump in. Splash! They entered a world of dazzling colors and friendly fish. Tiny seahorses zipped around, playing hide-and-seek in the seaweed. They met a wise old turtle who knew all about the sunken sparkle. The turtle pointed a flipper towards a glowing path. Following the path, they found a playful octopus guarding a cave. The octopus loved jokes, so Liam told his funniest one. The octopus laughed so hard it moved its tentacles and opened the cave. Inside, colorful crystals shimmered everywhere, lighting their way. They found a grumpy crab blocking a narrow passage. Captain Whiskers offered the crab a delicious fish cracker. The crab happily munched the cracker and scurried away. They swam deeper, finding ancient ruins covered in glowing moss. Liam spotted a tiny shimmering clue hidden beneath a seashell. The clue led them to a garden of singing anemones. A school of tiny, glowing fish danced around them. Captain Whiskers pointed to a faint light in the distance. "Could that be it?" Liam whispered excitedly. They swam faster, their hearts filled with hope. A friendly jellyfish guided them through a tricky current. They passed through a gate made of rainbow-colored seaweed. Beyond, a magnificent coral castle appeared, sparkling brightly. "We found it!" Captain Whiskers cheered silently, bubbles escaping his mouth. The castle gate was guarded by two friendly pufferfish. Liam politely asked if they could enter. The pufferfish puffed up happily and waved them inside. Inside, a grand hall sparkled with jewels and pearls. Friendly mermaids and mermen waved from balconies. At the center, a huge glowing pearl pulsed with gentle light. "The sunken sparkle," Captain Whiskers whispered in awe. It wasn't just a treasure. What can need of mercy? This pure was. The mermaids explained it spread cheer throughout the ocean. Liam felt a warm, happy feeling spread through him. Captain Whiskers purred contentedly, feeling the ocean's joy. They spent time exploring the beautiful coral castle. Fish of every color swam around them like tiny confetti. Liam found a hidden slide made of smooth, iridescent shells. Whoosh! Down they went, giggling all the way. They discovered a library filled with glowing kelp scrolls. Captain Whiskers read a tale about a brave little fish. Liam drew pictures of their adventure on a piece of smooth rock. They joined a parade of happy sea creatures dancing to bubbly music. A kind seahorse offered them a ride on its back. They soared through the water, feeling like kings of the sea. They waved goodbye to their new mermaid friends. It was time to return to their ship, full of wonderful memories. The sun began to set, painting the ocean in hues of pink and orange. They climbed back onto the ship, feeling happy and tired. Captain Whiskers brewed some warm, soothing kelp tea. They shared stories of their amazing underwater discoveries. The ship gently rocked them as they drifted off to sleep. The stars twinkled like tiny diamonds above them. Liam dreamed of swimming with friendly whales. Captain Whiskers dreamed of chasing rainbow fish. The next morning, the sun shone bright and new. They shared a breakfast of berry pancakes and fresh juice. "What next, Captain?" Liam asked, his eyes full of adventure. Captain Whiskers winked. "The whole ocean awaits." They unfurled the sails, ready for new journeys. The wind filled the sails, pushing them forward. Seagulls flew overhead, calling out cheerful greetings. They spotted a tiny island with palm trees swaying. Perhaps a picnic spot, Captain Whiskers wondered aloud. Liam imagined building sandcastles on the beach. They steered the ship towards the sunny shore. A playful crab scuttled across the sand to greet them. They found colorful seashells and smooth, round pebbles. Liam built a magnificent sandcastle with a flag made of a leaf. Captain Whiskers dug for buried treasure, finding only a funny-shaped rock. They shared their yummy snacks under a shady palm tree. A curious monkey peeked down from the tree sharing a banana. The monkey loved Liam's badge-covered backpack. They played a fun game of fetch with a coconut. The tide started to come in, tickling their toes. It was time to sail back to the open sea. They saw a school of flying fish leap out of the water. Liam tried to count them, but there were too many. Captain Whiskers taught Liam how to tie a sailor's knot. Liam proudly showed off his perfectly tied knot. They spotted a giant, colorful hot air balloon floating far away. "Perhaps another adventure awaits there," Liam exclaimed. They shared a hearty meal under the starry night sky. Captain Whiskers told a funny story about a talking parrot. Liam snuggled into his hammock, drifting off to sleep. Captain Whiskers kept watch, purring softly in the moonlight. The ship sailed on, carried by the gentle ocean currents. They awoke to the smell of fresh ocean air. Dolphins swam alongside, racing the ship. Liam spotted a message in another bottle. This message was a treasure hunt for sparkling sea glass. "A sea glass quest," Liam cheered, ready to go. They sailed towards a shimmering beach sparkling with colors. The beach was covered in smooth, colorful sea glass. Liam collected bright blue and green pieces. Captain Whiskers found a rare, shimmering purple piece. They made a mosaic on the sand with their colorful finds. A playful wave washed over their art, making them giggle. They gathered their favorite pieces to take home. The sun began to dip below the horizon, painting the sky. They set sail, leaving the colorful beach behind. Liam sorted his sea glass by color and size. Captain Whiskers polished his anchor hat until it gleamed. The moon rose, casting a silver glow on the water. They shared a quiet moment, enjoying the peaceful night. Liam snuggled into his bed, dreaming of shimmering discoveries. Captain Whiskers purred contentedly, a happy captain. The next morning, a special challenge awaited them. A giant friendly sea turtle needed help finding its lost shell. "We'll help you, friend," Liam promised bravely. Captain Whiskers consulted his maps for clues. The map showed a whirlpool of glittering stardust. "That's where the shell must be," Liam declared. They steered the ship towards the sparkling whirlpool. The whirlpool spun with dazzling colors and tiny lights. They lowered a special net with a long, strong rope. Liam held the rope tight, his muscles working hard. Captain Whiskers watched closely, guiding the net. Suddenly, the net snagged something big and round. Together, they pulled with all their strength. Up from the depths, the giant turtle's shell appeared, sparkling. They carefully lifted the shell onto the deck. The giant sea turtle swam happily towards its shell. With a gentle nudge, the shell settled perfectly onto its back. The turtle blew a stream of happy bubbles, thanking them. Liam waved goodbye as the turtle swam happily away. They celebrated their success with a dance on the deck. The sun dipped below the horizon, ending another perfect day. They shared warm milk and whispered about future adventures. Liam drifted off to sleep, dreaming of helping more friends. Captain Whiskers smiled, proud of his brave explorer friend. The ship sailed peacefully under a sky full of stars. A new day dawned, bringing fresh possibilities. "What grand quest awaits us today, Captain?" Liam asked eagerly. Captain Whiskers pointed to the horizon, a sparkle in his eye. A shimmering island appeared, unlike any they had seen before. The island of whispering wonders, Captain Whiskers exclaimed. They sailed closer, hearing faint, melodious whispers. The whispers told a riddle about a hidden waterfall. To solve it, they needed to find 3 magical flowers. They landed on a beach of pink sand and sparkling shells. The first flower glowed blue, hidden behind a giant happy clam. The second flower shone yellow, guarded by dancing fireflies. Liam used his backpack light to gently guide the fireflies away. He carefully picked the glowing yellow flower. The third flower pulsed red, high on a shimmering tree. Captain Whiskers, with nimble paws, climbed the tree. He carefully plucked the radiant red flower. With all 3 flowers, the riddle glowed brighter. It showed them the way to a sparkling hidden waterfall. They found the waterfall glittering with 1,000 tiny rainbows. At the bottom, a giant shimmering pearl awaited them. It wasn't just a pearl, it was the heart of the island's magic. The island spirits appeared, thanking them for their bravery. They knew they had found a true treasure, the joy of discovery and friendship. The end. Try the other path. Go to the next adventure.